Hi everyone, hope you all well and welcome to Kavi's Auto Reviews. Today we are taking a look at this 2017 VW Golf 7.5 GTI. So let's say you're looking for a fun daily driver with all the practical features as well as a bit of extra power and performance, then the GTI would always be on top of the shortlist. Even till today, it's one of the most iconic and still one of the benchmark vehicles in the hot hatch segment. However, with the new Golf 8 GTI prices pushing close to R1,000,000, a lot of people are looking at the previous generation Golf 7 as well as this, the 7.5, as an alternative. So I'll show you a quick tour inside and out as well as take it for a short drive so you can see what it's like. And if you guys enjoy these type of videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on. So starting with the outside, you will immediately notice it has a much more aggressive design compared to the standard Golf. It has these updated LED daytime running lights that double as your front indicators, as well as LED projector headlights, and this really cool red accent that's integrated into the headlight and runs across the length of the front grille. The front grille also has a GTI badge. Underneath here is your headlight squirter, and there's also a front door hood cover. Then across the bumper you have 6 parking sensors, as well as a very neat feature of an additional light in the headlight that comes on when turning to provide more visibility during cornering. The lower part of the front bumper has also been upgraded compared to the Golf 7, so this car's design does not seem dated at all. As we come around to the side, we can see that this example is packed with a standard 18-inch wheel that's akin more to the original GTI look. It also has these red brake calipers, and some of these were spec'd with a 19-inch Santiago wheel. There's red GTI badging on the front fenders, which of course adds extra 10 kilowatts. Also have this black side skirt, and the tire size is 225 by 40. You can also see the suspension is much lower compared to the standard Golf. As we come around to the back, we have this nice LED taillight design with indicators that run across the light. And down below we have a nice sporty rear bumper. It has this black rear diffuser that's between these two large circular exhaust pipes. As we come back up, we also got another GTI badge, and this VW badge is both your handle for the boot as well as your rear view camera. This vehicle also has a rear spoiler, and it's packed with a sunroof, which I think adds a lot to the look of the exterior of the vehicle. Let me know what you think about the exterior of the 7.5. So now let's take a look at the interior. This vehicle does have keyless entry as well. Once we open up, you will notice this red LED ambient lighting on the door sill. It has these sporty leather seats with thick side bolstering to hold you in place, as well as red stitching throughout. As we jump in, the first thing you will notice is how well the seats keep you in place. It also has more ambient lighting on the door card and more red stitching on the armrest. The build quality is actually very good. It has these window controls over here, and up top we have the mirror controls with a demist function, which actually really helps on those winter mornings. Over this side we have our light controls, and then straight ahead of us we have this very nice sporty design steering wheel with a flat bottom as well as more red stitching, a GTI badge. Over to the left we have our media controls, and over to the right we have our communication controls, and this one is packed with a digital dashboard as well. As we come to the center, you will also notice this 80-inch infotainment screen that is quite crisp and has high resolution. It also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Just below that you have your dual zone climate controls, and underneath this cover you have a small storage area with a USB and auxiliary input. It also has a grippy surface so your change or keys don't move around. Over here is your gear selector. You can access manual both here or by the pedals behind the steering. Auto start stop control. This is supposed to help with fuel economy, but I find it more of a nuisance. Just below that we have traction control. Over on this side there's this automated self park assist. And just below that you have your park sensor control, which activates your rear camera. It also comes on when you pop it into reverse. The camera is clear and quite high quality. Then down here you also have your electric handbrake, as well as your anti-roll assist and a 12-volt charging point. Underneath this cover you have two cup holders, as well as a center storage area between the seats. You also have a cubby storage area over on the passenger side, as well as door storage and bottle holders on both door cards. Over at the top we have your sunroof cover, as well as your interior light controls and sunroof controls. There is also this little secret storage area underneath the front seats. So now let's go check out the back. I am about 1.75 meters tall and left the front seat in my driving position so you can get an idea of the space in the back. As you can see, legroom is pretty good. There is also decent headroom, and there's not much going on in the rear besides some rear climate vents, as well as door storage, and there is a center armrest with two cup holders as well. There is also tether points for a child seat, as well as storage pocket behind the front seats. It has a boot capacity of 380 liters, the same size as a standard Golf. You can also push the back seats down for more space. You have this privacy board, and as well as two tether points behind the seats, 12-volt charging point, a small storage area to the right. Underneath here is where your spare wheel is. Now this vehicle is packed with a tow bar, which is secured in place. Once you pull on this lever, it will release it from the bottom. You can then secure it on the outside of the vehicle. Likewise, you pull on the lever to release it again and push it back underneath. Under the bonnet, it is equipped with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 that produces 169 kilowatts and 350 newton meters of torque. This engine has a lot of aftermarket support for upgrades and tuning, and can make up to 300 kilowatts with just bolt-on modifications and software upgrades. However, if you want to use this as your daily, I would suggest keeping it standard for both reliability and the fact that it is very well balanced as it is. So now let's jump inside and take it for a quick drive. So the first thing you'll notice is how low this sits to the ground, which does make it feel like a driver's car. The road noise is quite predominant due to the low profile tires. However, the ride quality is still pretty comfortable. The gear changes on this DSG transmission is fast and responsive. The brakes are also very responsive at higher speeds. However, I do feel they are a bit too sharp when maneuvering at lower speeds and when parking. Let's try it in manual mode now. Okay, so it definitely pushes you back in your seats and has strong acceleration. With a claimed 0 to 100 of 6.4 seconds and a claimed top speed of 248 kilometers per hour, this is a lot of fun to drive. And since it is front wheel drive, it just hooks pretty well and keeps on pulling. The front end is sharp and the steering is very responsive, so this vehicle feels very agile around corners as well. And what makes a GTI so great is that it's a ton of fun when you want to drive aggressively, and when you want to have a relaxing commute, it can also feel like a normal mild hatchback. So for a bit more, you could also try to find a Golf R, which has 4-wheel drive and 44 more kilowatts, or alternatively Hyundai i30N, Ford Focus ST, Renault Megane RS, BMW 125i, Audi A3 2-liter S-Line. So there's definitely a lot to choose from. However, I do think the Golf GTI is still one of the best all-rounders out there, and this previous generation is still good value for money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you next time.